I'm gonna start
Is
at
there
nine
any
thirty.
focal point that I should be looking at, or
No, we're conversing.
Oh, okay? But I'm
So
saying I can look at the camera. I shouldn't
this
look
is
at
the
the
What's
camera.
Next podcast, Houston's #1 platform, where I invite creatives to share their journeys and give us a depiction of their visions. Most importantly, the last question I'll ask is, what's next? We're rolling. We're rolling. Houston, Texas, man. Episode 95 did so well. I decided to drop an episode on Saturday. You knew it was coming, though. I talked about it and buy a T-shirt. Booker T. Washington, class of 2003 in the building. Let's go.
Yo, it feel like 95. Sachi on my body.
Yes.
Biggie, jigger, puffy, all that ballin' is a hobby.
Yes.
Wildin' in my wallies.
Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas.
Yes.
Stafford, Texas.
In the building.
Welcome back to episode 96, the 96th edition of the What's Next podcast, a production of Still Visionary Inc. This is a creative story. Like I said, man, episode 95 did so well in a matter of days. Let me not lie. You know, I'm trying to get closer and closer to episode 100, so I got to drop a couple of episodes a week to do that. So this is 96. What time do you want to drop on a Saturday? I'll leave it to you.
Leave it to me.
Yeah.
Just make sure I'm up like afternoon.
Afternoon-ish, noontime?
Yeah, for sure.
Noontime?
Yeah.
Okay. Saturday at noon this drops. So before we get started with the episode, let's introduce our social media handles so we don't disrupt the flow of the conversation when we get to that point.
All right. Are you going to segue into saying?
Oh, you want me? Let me go first. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me go first because you mentioned that this is not your first podcast, but it is technically your first podcast because you're gonna be doing a lot of the talking.
Should wing me in.
Okay, I got you. All right, let me quarterback this thing like Denzel says. Okay, so my name is John Rosdike the First, and you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at John Rosdike and still _visionary. If you would. Connect with me on LinkedIn, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my fan page on Facebook, and visit my website at stillvisionary.com. A newly acquired tag that I have is the podcast tag, and that is at the What's Next Pod _ on Instagram.
Okay.
Directly in front of you, I have all my paraphernalia that I sell on this podcast, out the trunk of my car, and on my website, and you can shop stillvisionary.com/merch. To everybody listening, that's stillvisionary.com/merch. Your turn. Your turn.
My turn. First of all, I like how you threw that trunk of the car in there.
Yeah. Hustler spirit.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. Okay, so I'm Sharday.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I am so happy to be here. Thank you, friend.
Oh, listen. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. It's real.
So I'm very easy to find.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Pressed, T's Houston.
Okay.
Facebook, Instagram,
Right.
Facebook,
Right.
Instagram.
Right.
So that's Pressed, PRESSED.
Okay.
T's,
Okay.
TEES,
Okay.
Houston.
Got you.
Yeah. Follow.
Website.
PressTsHouston.com.
There it is.
Hey, thank you for reminding me that I had a site.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can order and I can meet you and you can pick up out the trunk of my car.
No doubt. No doubt. That's it. Listen. This first and foremost, shout out to the class of 2003 from Booker T. Washington High School and the High School for Engineering Professions.
Is there any other class?
No.
Okay.
Okay. There are others, and I'm not gonna hate on them, but we are representatives of that class. So shout out to us.
Yes.
That's one. Number two, the month of December is a really, really delicate month. Holiday season, New Year's Eve. And I wanted to I chose this month to go into my new venture of a new brand that I'm dropping. So I wanted to talk to the people that I've watched over the course period of this year, sell merch, make merch, market themselves as merch producers.
Ooh.
And so thank you for giving me any kind of time to set up, come to your establishment, and be in the aura. This is what this podcast is all about. I like to shout out to my man 3. I like to go to the White Room at the Pentagon, Houston, to record the podcast. But if I can get into the creative space, I appreciate that much more.
Okay.
So Houston, Texas, we're in Sharday's apartment. You can see everything. And I wanted purposely to come here to get that vibe.
And I did not want him to come here purposely to get that vibe. But here we are.
Now you said, hold on. Now you said you wanted to, hold on. You said, let's see, hold on, let's see this. Hold on right quick.
Who are you?
Listen,
What is
listen, listen, this is big time, okay? I need you to understand, this is big time. This is the What's Next podcast.
Are we calling?
Who the hell are you talking to?
Baby, kids. This is what's up? This is the What's Next podcast. Welcome to episode number 96. I got Sharday.
Number one premier podcast in the city.
Oh my God.
I am your host.
Baby, don't do that. Don't do that.
It's me. She said, "Who the hell are you talking to?"
She thought I was in some random woman's house. Listen, this is gonna get ratings. Listen, Houston, Texas, we're doing it big. I'm trying to get to the 100th episode. Y'all gotta help me out and get these creators on here. What's going on, love?
Oh, nothing much. Chilling.
Okay.
What's going on?
We about
Are
to,
you podcast? Call me.
baby. I told you to take the phone off the speaker, man. You gotta put the AirPods in, baby, because you going in and out. Oh my God, baby, this is. What'd you say?
Are you calling me while you're trying to podcast, or you done?
No, we about to start. We just Sharday asked about you, and I said I was gonna call you on the podcast. That's why we're here right
Hey,
now.
you know we cannot do anything without talking to the missus first.
No doubt. I'm saying, hold on.
Oh, wow. Well, Sharday, how are you doing, my love?
Oh my God, I am so much better now that I can hear your voice, my friend.
It's been too long.
I miss you so much.
Oh.
You know, Asia asked about her DJ. She wants to know like what's going on. When can she book you?
We're gonna work on that. Her management team. We're gonna work on that. We got it. We're gonna work on that. DJ. What is it? What's the name, baby? DJ King Kizzo.
Talking about don't throw no salt on my game.
No, I didn't, baby. I didn't. I said we're gonna work on. We're gonna work on.
Hurry us up.
No, what I'm trying to do is we're going to come and do. Well, I'm trying to book the gig. I'm your management team. Still Visionary Inc. management team, right? SVI Managements, right?
This
Hey, so so they want to talk to you. Are y'all done? Because we got to get into the meat and potatoes of things.
Ooh, that was you so disrespectful.
I'm
Oh, my
telling
God,
you, very.
baby, listen.
Hey, but it was a Kizzy. Let me let you know. It was great talking to you because if I would have called you, I probably wouldn't have been able to reach you. So I'm glad I had JR to do it for me.
Wait, a lie. Do not make me go pull this Verizon bill to see when the last time you ever called.
Oh, okay. It's time
Lord.
to
Okay,
disconnect from the missus.
Listen, here we go. When Booker T. Washington get connected, this is what happens, baby. Can I call you back? I love you.
I love you too.
I love y'all.
Listen.
Love you.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't say y'all on the podcast. You love Sharday, then you say you love me, baby. Say I love you, boo. I love you, baby.
Wait. Say what again?
I said don't say I love y'all on the podcast. You say you love Sharday independent. Don't group us. Don't lump us together.
This is too
Right.
much.
I said I love y'all, and then I said I love you, Sharday. Like, what are you tripping on?
She didn't get it. Baby, listen, I'm going to call you back when I'm on the way home, okay?
I'm gonna be asleep.
Okay, well, I'll call you anyway.
Nope.
All right, I love you.
I love you, JR. I love you, Day Day.
See, she did get it.
Okay.
Bye, Kizzo.
All right. So, yeah, that was a little comedy right there.
That was funny. That was fun.
Listen, man, you're a boss.
I'm a boss.
Like a boss. You're a boss. And it is my intention today to learn something from you to better off my brand.
Ooh.
Right. And I'm here to talk about your experiences.
Ooh, okay.
If you want to get into the failures, we can get into the
that's
failures.
Heavy. That's heavy.
I'm here to just pick your brain and find out how to be better in this. I'm not saying that this is my I'm not saying that this is my number one thing, right? But I do hustle teas on the side,
Yeah.
right? And I watch you, and I think you're doing a phenomenal job.
So very nice of you to say thank you.
No doubt. I think you're doing a phenomenal job. So this is where I want to go, okay? In this T-shirt journey, if you could define yourself with one word, what would that word be?
You're going to think that I cheated,
Okay.
but you've said my word
Okay. Well,
a number of times.
what is that?
Just think I'm a hustler. Like I hustle T-shirts.
Okay.
Yeah, I hustle more than just T-shirts, but
Right.
in this journey you have to have a hustler's mentality.
Right.
You can't take no for an answer.
Right.
Yeah, or when you hear no, you got to figure out which way can I go to get a yes, right?
Right.
So, a hustler.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay.
Okay.
For me, it's been the last couple of episodes. It's been undiscovered. Right.
Ooh, okay.
It's been undiscovered because I feel that this podcast is a gem waiting to be polished,
Ooh, that's good.
waiting to be passed off. And if I could get the support that I need or think that I deserve, or rather think that I know that I need, which I'll talk about more in the last episode of the year, then I know that I could be right where I need to be.
That's good. Can I steal your word?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna take undiscovered as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think people should take from the podcast today? What do you think people should take? Do you need a definition of that? What I mean by that?
Yes, please elaborate.
So, I was listening to a podcast. I'm a podcaster, so I listen to a lot of podcasts, and it was a Joe Budden podcast, and he mentioned something about artists taking something away from the music that they listen to, whether it be a feel, whether it be a vibe, whether it be a message. And so in thinking about that and just along the evolution of this podcast, I wanted to throw that in there so that in the first 5 minutes or so, because when you look at the analytics of things, it says that, or it shows that people don't listen or watch a long time.
This is true.
So if it is, in fact, that statement is going to get people to listen more, I slid it to the top of the podcast because I wanted people to know exactly what they were going to get from the conversation.
Ooh, that's really good.
So what do you think people should take from
I
from
wish
my
I can give an answer.
And that's an honest one.
Yeah, and I think that you have to watch and listen to see what you can get.
Okay.
I'm not quick with a lot of things, so.
No doubt.
Yeah,
I like that answer.
Yeah.
I do, because nobody's, a lot of people have said different things, and I think that, I try not to prep people, but I want to prep them about what I'm going to. It's a conversation.
Okay.
And so in this conversation, this podcast, I label it on SoundCloud as a learning podcast. So I believe that even if you're not of the variety of creative like we are, that you can listen to this podcast and get a sense of some kind of creativity to be able to allocate that to your own life.
Okay. So I'm just going to take your answer again.
Go ahead.
What you said.
Okay. And listen, this is an open conversation, and
that was very good though.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I mean, listen, Sharday, I'm not gonna lie. I do this.
Yeah, I can tell.
Is this? Hold on. Oh no, that's not the right song. Listen, I do this, Sharday, and this record right here is by my man. It's called About a Dollar.
You want to stay to mind.
And hold on, let me stop right there. I don't wanna go too far deep into that music. But listen, the reason why I'm saying this is the real reason why I want to sit and talk to people is because I feel that, and the differences for me that are between interviewing and conversations is that I already know you.
Okay.
And through your work, I know what you do. I'm trying to understand why you do what you do and how you got started along that journey. Hence the What's Next podcast. And so for me, a little bit about me, and I want you to just, why do you, bounce it back and forth.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I want to make you as comfortable as possible because I don't want it to come off like, well, question and answer, and then it really looks like an interview.
Yeah.
Right? Because I stray away from that. I don't like that word. But for me, when I say that I drop 4 podcasts a month, the minimum, I drop 4 podcasts a month, the minimum. I work a 9 to 5, and God said the same. December the 22nd, I'm walking out as a licensed realtor.
Okay.
Thank you. Let me. Yeah, okay. Right. But those are all, I think real estate will be a great look for me. But the passion is right here
Okay.
on the What's Next podcast. The passion is here. And so if I can generate from selling merchandise, let's just start off with $100 an episode in a month's time. We're starting to look at some kind of income to come in to kind of let me walk away from HISD. You know what I'm saying? And so December, on the way to this launch of my brand, I want to talk to those people that are doing that have seen some success in selling merchandise and branding merchandise. And the difference is that you don't have you have a brand. It's Houston Press Tees. That's your brand, right? Or just company name?
Just company name.
Okay, so you don't wear it on T-shirts.
No, maybe
Okay.
just this one T-shirt. That I
Okay,
have here.
okay. So I knew that was a different lane for you. Like you're making the tees,
Correct.
and I want to. So creativity comes from experiences. How do you get there? Because you gave me the story. Be told, you gave me and kids a tee when we got married,
Correct.
Mr. and Mrs. And you also gave us a tee, a Booker T. Washington tee.
Correct.
Right. So I noticed that back then. I'm like, is she making this herself? But I didn't, in my mind, I hadn't realized that it was possible to actually make T-shirts. Silly concept.
Wow, okay.
But when I got familiar with it, that's when I started to see, okay, well, Sharday is making these tees. Now I want to know why
Got it.
or how you started.
Yeah, my child was in a number of events maybe throughout her schooling age.
Okay.
So I would always need a shirt for basketball, volleyball, what have you. So I was like, I could do this myself rather than pay $25, each time I want a T-shirt.
Right.
But years passed and that didn't happen.
You mean you hadn't started making the T-shirts?
I bought everything, but I couldn't make one T-shirt that looked good to save my life.
Really?
Yeah, and then I think I got into a creative space just off of whim, and it happened.
Right.
And I made one, and word of mouth is very powerful.
Very powerful.
Yeah, and somebody was like, hey, Sharday makes shirts, and I only had made one. And ever since then, I've been making shirts for the last 5 years, every day after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you got the hang of it, it looked like what? Because my first time making a T-shirt, I had to call somebody and ask them for some help too. Because instead of mirroring the image, I just cut it regular, and it didn't come out of the vinyl didn't peel.
Correct. That happened to me.
Yeah.
So I said it looked like someone would want to buy this, and when my shirts start to look like that, I was like, oh, we're in business.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, it took the help of a few friends, Janelle Singleton to be one.
Shout out to Janelle.
Yeah, shout out to
You know what?
them.
I'm just gonna cut this clip out and put it out because she just doesn't answer my text messages or my DMs
You better
on IG.
not.
I'm gonna put it out there. Nelly, she forgot about me, man.
No, she loves you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, she gave me some game, along with another friend, and I start to watch people that are creatives that are in the T-shirt business and learning from there. YouTube, right, is my best friend. So
when you say game, what do you mean by game?
People that are in the T-shirt game.
No, you said she gave you some game.
She gave me some game, yeah, like how to play with different fonts, how to find graphics, things of that nature.
Right. Keep going. I'm sorry, that was my phone. Keep going.
Yeah, so that's what I mean by game.
Okay. And so so she gave you game, and then you just ran with it.
For sure.
Okay. So I noticed that your designs are so. Where do you get the inspiration from?
Okay, I think you did ask me that. So, Prestige Houston, I feel as though we represent the culture. We represent what's going on, religion, God, greatness. Yeah.
Right.
The community. So like if someone's having an event, I try to tailor those things towards that. Whatever is going on in society, like you'll see like some catchphrases. I'm a very witty person as well, kind of by nature. So a lot of what I say goes on a t-shirt for me.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And that's what I noticed. And see, here's the thing that I've not had success in, right, which is kind of my downfall. But see, I'm not the type of t-shirt guy that you are, a t-shirt gal.
Okay.
Like I don't make, and from time to time, depends on the person, but I'm not going to an event to sell t-shirts that people would find cater to them.
Got it.
Right, because I'm from the cloth of you are the talent and you brand a name, i.e. like how Jay branded Rockefeller Records.
That's good, yeah.
And then he started putting Rockefeller Records, which was directly correlated to him on T-shirts, polos, jeans, and then he sold that. So it was not necessarily that people were like saying, well, people were buying shirts that said welcome to New York or welcome to Brooklyn. People were buying shirts that said Rockefeller on it.
Correct.
Which was directly catered to him. So that's my cloth.
Okay.
Right. Now, I've noticed that your shirts, Black Queen, right? And the double entendre in that's a black t-shirt, and on the chessboard the Black Queen is on the chessboard, yada yada yada. So I've seen that and I'm just like, okay, where does that inspiration come from for you?
And sometimes it doesn't even come from me, right?
Right.
It may come from someone calling me and say, hey, I seen this or I want this. Yeah, so it's not always me. I coin myself as maybe a t-shirt merchant.
Okay.
So I'm in the business of selling or producing something for the people.
Right.
Consumers want to buy. Oftentimes people don't get to speak to everyone in the room, but you may see what they have to say on their shirt.
Right.
So I am trying to create things or paraphernalia for people to want to consume and buy. So that's kind of my pitch towards it all. Like, I'm not really trying to brand myself, but maybe be a voice for other people, or maybe even voice what I would like to say, or impose that on people, if that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, so maybe that is a brand. I'm not sure, but
it is a brand.
Okay.
Because it's not about you.
Okay. I think you said that before.
Well, I said that it was about me. Well, that's what I was alluding to.
Okay.
On why I only see right here. I don't have,
Right.
I only have Still Visionary Ink stuff right here.
Gotcha.
Because it is specifically directed towards me.
Got it.
And I come from that cloth, right? But for you, it's not about you. It's about the consumer.
For sure.
Which goes a long way.
For sure. And sometimes, again, about me, but
Mm-hmm.
I use the consumer to maybe voice, some of me.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think I read on your profile, or I seen maybe one of your pictures, and you said you're a T-shirt girl.
TShirt Junkie.
TShirt Junkie.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Um,
Is it always T-shirt?
I think it's become my way of expressing myself.
Right.
So if I want to get something across, I'm going to put it on a t-shirt and post it on
Right.
social media. So yeah.
Right.
T-shirts now consume what I want to say.
Right.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm a junkie.
Okay.
If I think of something, I'm like, ooh, I should put it on a t-shirt.
Right.
It's going to always be direct correlation to me saying something and then wanting to put it on a t-shirt.
Right.
So I think in that aspect, I'm a t-shirt junkie.
Right.
My thoughts turn into t-shirts.
Right.
Yeah,
You don't have a lot of overhead because you use your house.
for sure. Now, I did try to do the
Renting out a spot.
run out of spot. COVID hit, and
Yeah.
it just didn't make good sense. And then it didn't feel safe. I didn't want to have other people to feel unsafe. And then it wasn't even convenient. So home is more creative for me.
Right.
I can kind of hop up out of bed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And be like, ooh, I got a t-shirt I want to make, rather than maybe running to the office and kind of really forgetting what I want to do right in that space. So home works best for now.
And that's why I came in here, I set up, I saw the press, I saw the cutting machine, and I said, this looks just like my office.
Oh,
Vinyls
really?
everywhere. Vinyls here on the floor, parts that you don't use, trash bag over here where you dump everything, the cutting mat, everything, extra table. And I was like, okay. Like, I like to be in the space.
Okay.
Because I feel that that's how the juices flow.
That is very true.
You know what I'm saying? So, here, this song for you right here. And again,
You know, it's like that.
I'm going to lower it because we're going to talk over it, right? And when it gets to the point where I just feel like I'm going to rap.
It's like when you running. Stop running, you still you moving.
Listen, Houston, Texas, you already know what I came to do. I came to give it up. I came to rep people that rep me. This is my man Easy Eve Saint. This is about $1 off the Don't Panic LP. You already know what time it is. Let's go.
Whoa, 3 days, same clothes, 2 eyes
I can't close.
Different town.
Same role, just how that game go. I lose weight, then weigh more. Must have bulimia.
I must track, gotta believe me.
Nigga never knew about revenue. It was pick a side, red or blue. Greenbacks connected to.
When I seen the track.
Listen, this song right here,
Please tell me about this.
the first time, and we'll get into a segment like this later on, where I won't be able, what I don't have the right to play that music.
Okay.
I'll tell you in a second. I just want to go to the hook.
Great song for my classmate for the 2 favorite I don't got I get everything into.
Ooh.
I don't remember this girl, but she for me like she has something to prove.
Ooh.
I don't know nothing about rules.
I don't know why I'm so fucking confused. Whoa.
I don't see nothing but food and ooh.
I don't do nothing but you, goddamn.
I'm about $1, your honor. This niggas
Just the
that
hook, the hook. When I see this, when I listen to this record, I see a slow frame, black and white. I'm kind of driving like an old school. I might be a D-boy in this film.
I'm about $1. Yeah. I'm shouting, I'm about $1.
Yeah.
I'm about $1.
Easy E, what up, baby? Yeah.
I'm about $1.
Yeah.
Your honor, yeah, I'm about $1.
Okay.
Come on back.
Listen, Sharday, it's just good to be here with you.
Hey, man, I feel good.
It's good to be talking to somebody that's as creative, maybe even more.
Hey, you keep saying this word, but I guess I'm a creative.
I know you are. This is a creative story.
Okay, all right.
Right. So I thought about the hustler mentality that you mentioned in starting this, out of the need of not wanting to constantly buy T-shirts for your daughter's events.
Yes, because I had to have a different one every day.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And so it brought me to this, the material.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. Are you still dealing with a wholesaler, or are you now the wholesaler?
Ooh, that's good.
And because I want to give some, but I don't want to give it all. So I understand if there's some, some exclusivity that I can't get.
Okay. No, I'm very transparent. I think you asked what people can get out of this. So if this helps further you or someone else,
Right.
or maybe even me as we dialogue, then let's do it. So I do deal with wholesalers, and I am the wholesaler.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So say you are a brand and maybe you're not in the creative space or don't have the time, but you want to do merch. I'm the brand behind your merch. So I may cut you a deal in terms of, wholesale pricing. That way you can keep your the expense that you pay for the shirt low, but then still add on to make profit off of your sale.
I'm going to have to go back and listen to that again. No, I'm serious.
Okay.
Because I still deal with a wholesaler.
Okay.
And I wanted to, it was my goal in 2020 to get a premier tee. Because I feel like if I was talking to my homeboy who also does a podcast, and his podcast is all about business, comedy, and family.
Okay.
And it's called the Say Michael Podcast. What up, Michael? And his thing is he sells.
Okay.
Because his 9 to 5, which is really a booming business in Dallas, Texas, is all about selling.
B-town.
Yeah, it's all about selling car washes or the mobile car wash aspect to people.
Okay.
Right. So he started off with $1 and a dream, and he cultivated that to something big in Dallas. He has a contract out here. I don't want to speak his business because I don't know it per se, but I know that he's a hustler. He's a boss, right? Just like you. So he mentioned teas looking better. And prior to that conversation, I was thinking I would like a better tee that, one, is durable, maybe 1 or 2 washes, 3 washes if we're lucky, and just feels and sits different, right? But I didn't know where to go to get one.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Where do I begin to look?
Well, we're in Houston, right? So
Right.
Harwin.
I'll be there all the time.
I'm sure.
Southwest side, Houston, Texas. What up?
Yeah. So, I'm sure Aviva is one of the great spots that you use.
Yeah.
Mona Teas, they're a small business.
Right.
I love small businesses.
Right.
So I patronize them a lot.
Yeah.
JLT Training is another place.
Okay.
If you're looking to maybe start your own wholesale account, TSC Apparel is another place.
Okay.
And those are the main distributors and warehouses that I patronize.
Right.
Yeah, so you got something that's maybe a little eco-friendly, light on the pockets. You start off with your Gildan, move up to your Gildan soft style, go into your Bella Canvas, your next levels, your Tulex. So
Sharday, you spitting gems.
yeah.
And you're starting to wake up. Come on. Come on.
No,
Come
this
on.
is your podcast.
I know, but you starting to bubble.
I mean, we're talking T-shirts.
Yeah,
so,
you starting
and
to
I'm a
bubble.
junkie,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Don't hype me up.
No. I'm going to, because you starting to bubble. Let's go. Keep going.
No, so I mean, no, that's just kind of the meat of it, right? We just talked about a line of different brands,
Right.
of better quality, like coming from maybe the standard quality, and I kind of brought you up to a higher quality,
Right.
in those brands that I named.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What song's on your mind?
Song,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a R&B
Go
type
ahead.
lady.
Okay. Go ahead.
Some soft, smooth
Okay.
operator, Sharday.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, smooth operator. you said.
Yeah, we got to drop a Sade song, but I'm sure you don't
I
have that.
don't have the rights.
Okay, it's okay.
And listen, they'll
I know.
flag me quick
I
on that.
know. Okay,
SoundCloud,
yeah.
will take it.
We don't need those issues,
Yeah,
So, but
yeah.
we can speak, the type of music that,
Right. Right.
Yeah, I'm just more mellow, chill.
Right.
Like, I like a vibe. Houston music is always great
No doubt.
as well, So.
No, that's where we're from. So.
Yeah, for sure.
For me, I'm gonna go with a few.
Okay, come on.
Nas is the greatest rapper of all time to
We
me.
knew that's where he was going.
And I'm gonna go You're the Man. You the
Really?
Man off of Stillmatic.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Jay-Z has a line off of, so it was Blueprint and then Stillmatic. When Jay-Z dissed Nas and Takeover, then Jay-Z then Nas came back with Ether off of Stillmatic. So I'm gonna go to Jay-Z's Blueprint and I'm gonna say there's a line in the records. Track number 6 is called You Don't Know, right? And this line stuck with me. When I listened to the line later on in life, this is where I say Jay-Z's Rockefeller kind of, he's the artist and then he just put Rockefeller on everything and he started to sell
Yes.
Rockefeller clothes.
Yes.
He has a line that says, and if somebody would have told me that Hove could sell clothing,
Oh, that's good.
not in his lifetime, wasn't in my right mind. That's another difference that's between me and them. I smartened up, yada, yada, yada. And then he goes off into counting money. He says 1 million, 2 million, 3 million more in 18 months, 80 million more. Now adding the number up to the one I said before. And
That's
looking at
good.
one smart black boy. Mama ain't raised no fool. Put me on anywhere on God's green earth. I triple my worth. That line right there.
They should still flag you because I felt like you should.
Nah, but I was, my cadence was off, everything. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that was a whole mood right there.
It was.
You you just put me into a mood.
That song, You Don't Know, he's dropping gems like you are dropping gems.
Yeah, that's good.
And the last song I'm gonna go with, in lieu of this battle coming up between Keisha Cole and Ashanti.
Here you go.
I'm gonna go Ooh Yeah featuring Nas off of a different me. Yeah, I'm gonna go that record.
Okay, well, since you did a few, I'm gonna go. Okay, back to what inspires me.
Go ahead.
And I'm a Jesus lady.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. One time for JC.
Hey,
One
you
time.
better know it.
You already
right?
know. Yeah. Hey.
Okay, I'm going more than anything. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Sunday, service choir.
Okay.
Kanye.
Okay.
You know how they mix
Listen,
the melodies.
if you would have said that with Kizzy on the phone, she would have started singing.
All right, I'm going there. In some kind of way, I'm thinking Marvin Sapp never would have made it because that's just the space I'm in right now.
I was listening to that this morning.
Yeah, so
I was listening to that this morning. No lie.
Really?
Yes, because they were playing on Thursdays. They have Thankful Thursdays or something on Sway in the morning, and they were playing his other good record.
Not other good record.
His other not other good record, but the it goes.
Are you gonna sing it for us?
No, I'm not gonna sing. Sorry, they're trying to set me up. Listen, I need the beat. Listen, I can hold on. I can harmonize with. No, I'm joking. Let me stop playing. What up, Echo? Then what is the name of the record? I was listening to it this morning. Oh man. Not
Siri,
Never Would Have Made It, but it's the other one.
I'm like, Siri, play Marvin Sapp button.
It's hold on, I can look for it. No, keep going. You said you're a church girl. Let me find it. Because I don't want to take up so much time. Go ahead. Keep going.
I just gave you my 2 songs for the day.
Is that it?
I mean,
the Best in Me.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was a good one, right?
Yeah, that was the one that we're playing, and that got me into my Marvin Sapp mood.
Got you.
Right, so that's when I play that one. Then
Marvin Sapp record, classic. Yeah. Thank you, God. All right.
Okay. So when did so how successful have you felt that doing T-shirts has brought you? Does that make sense?
Oh, that's good. It gave me the energy to leave my 9 to 5. I don't think that I can claim success, but it has helped open up another path for me to create success,
right?
Rather in this entrepreneur lane, if that makes sense.
Right.
So I'm just grateful that it, I guess, turned me into a creative and allowed me to say, hey, I can do this, a different way, maybe even working for myself. Now, success-wise, I feel like it's money to be made, but I am still trying to craft and really figure things out. So I haven't hit that just yet.
What do you mean by that?
It's so many different things, like you were talking about wholesale. So like just embarking on becoming a wholesaler for different brands is something, right? I have a website where I drop these bum tees, trying to keep those things updated, stay with the trends, figure out how to promote my site. Like it's so many different things that come with this T-shirt avenue. So I feel like I need to master those things in order to say it's successful. And I haven't got there just yet. Right. But I see it coming. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity to create success for myself, and not maybe relying on a company or a job to do that for me. Like I thought my career was the end all be all. Like that I was going to climb the ladder and be successful. No, creating my own brand identity, servicing people may be the way. Right. So that's the only success right now that I can celebrate. Just the creation of another opportunity.
Right. That is lingered in my mind. You know, being somebody, a creative, an artist from Houston, and trying to figure out how to make it in that. Because once you make it in that, then everything just falls in line. You know, finances, you know, opportunities, they all fall in line. But trying to break is what I was saying in episode, I forget what episode it was, but no, it was in my undiscovered episode.
Okay. Well,
episode
hey,
93.
I stole that word, right?
Right.
Okay, so yeah, that.
Listen, that's the word that defines both of us, right? But trying to break,
Yeah.
and then I found that, which leads me to my next point. Is it all you? Are you doing it by yourself? Because for me, I figured this. Okay, I said to myself, listen. Even though we can sit here and right now we're about at 40-some minutes, right? We can sit here and the podcast will be 40, 50, an hour, 60 minutes at top, 65, whatever. That is the easy part.
Okay.
Is sitting down and talking.
Okay.
The hard part is when I leave here and you go back to your normal setup and I have to go home, unpack, unload, drop, cut, snippet, export, post.
Ooh.
That is the hard part, right? That is the part that takes up time. Packing this up, putting it back in the car, that's the part that takes up time. So the question that comes to mind for me is, when does it become too much to handle for one man? Right? Because word of mouth is an indirect team. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
If I know you're pressing tees, right, and I believe in you, I don't need to necessarily be paid by you to say, hey, my homegirl Sharday makes tees. And here's the thing, I make tees too, but I don't make tees like her. So you might want to holler at her.
Right.
So that way, to push your brand, I am a part of your team, but I'm doing that out the strength.
Correct.
So is it all you doing the tees still? Or are you now moving to the part where you're like, okay, well, that tee is crooked. I'm going to take it out your check because you were supposed to use the frame to measure, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Are you there yet, or are you still, you know?
So, you know, I use my child for labor.
Okay. Which is a great thing. And
yeah, she wants to eat and sleep and like live, right? So
right.
yeah, no.
No. I'm going to tell you why in a second. Well, I believe that's a beautiful thing. Go ahead.
So in terms of the creation part of it all, she does take on a role in it.
Right.
And I kind of make sure I do the quality assurance aspect. If we have large orders, I'm definitely considering third-party companies, small local businesses. I sometimes even partner with other creatives that are doing shirts, and we may even split the orders or something like that. So it's a community thing. It's not always just me. A lot of times it is. But like maybe I have a client who's on the north side. I have people on the north side that does T-shirts, so I might push that off on them.
Right.
But I do believe in keeping it local. I do believe in supporting the small business, and I do believe in kind of getting it out the mud, and that's where I'm at right now.
Right.
So maybe in, you know, we're not at the what's next question, but in this next chapter, it won't all be me. But I have to roll up my sleeves. I have to get it in, you know, get dirty and really know what I expect a product to look like. So for now, it is me.
This is a really good episode, Sharday. God damn it.
Now I gave a few nuggets right then and there in terms of having a team but not really having one. Yeah. Because you want to meet the demand, and one person can't always meet the demand.
Right.
You know, I do other things other than T-shirts. So you may see my daughter at an event, you know, vending for me, and I might be bartending or doing something else. So yeah.
Right.
It can't always just be me.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And I love that aspect of your daughter helping you out, because I learned to press T-shirts in high school. Not Booker T.
Really?
But the high school I teach at.
Oh, wow.
So what happens is, it was 2015, 16, 17 year. And I'm with Visionary Movements, and you know, the idea of expanding, or the old Master P blueprint where he would put his logo on all shirts and just hand them out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, P, he had a lot of money. So
sure.
the production part of that, he just kind of, he wasn't involved
Correct.
in that.
Correct.
He had somebody do it. They make him 1,000, 2,000 shirts. He just hand them out all over the city, right? That idea stuck with me.
Okay.
And I'm thinking to myself, our logo was very simple. It's, you know, maybe 45 seconds to cut. When we designed it at the time, we wanted to make it very simple so it wouldn't take up a lot. Just a moon, telescope, and
Very
yada,
smart.
yada, 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 right? And so I'm walking by the cafeteria Wall Trip. I see this guy. He's talking to kids about digitizing logos and creating graphics and creating flyers.
Wow.
And at this point in time, I was still going to off of Hallwin. Took my logo over there, had a guy cut it for me, and I watched him cut, peel, and press right there. I was like, But again, it didn't click.
Got it.
I'm just watching him. It didn't click. And so I walk by the cafeteria. I go into the cafeteria because my man, Bane, he had me just going and getting signatures for the program. You know, statute limitations, so I can't really get, you know, knocked for this.
It's past the time.
It's past the time. So he had me going and getting signatures, and I was tutoring.
Okay.
Right? So walk into the cafeteria. There's a guy, he's teaching kids how to digitize and embroider, and he's going to teach them how to press T-shirts.
Wow.
So I'm like, could you digitize my logo for me? Because it was real low quality. It was low res. So he does. He makes it nicer, right? He does what he can with the logo, but then it still wasn't really good. But he just did what he can. I cut it and put it on a shirt. The first time I did it, it was trash. And so I came back like another time. That was trash too.
Yeah.
And then I got on the phone with my homegirl at work, and I was like, hey, can you walk me through this? And she's like, oh, yeah. She was eating popcorn, doing something, dealing with the kids, doing something. She's just talking. So I'm just looking at them like, all right, it's not looking right. She was like, oh, you got to mirror it. And that was it.
That was it.
That same day I made 40 T-shirts.
Wow. Wow.
So, well, 25 or so. But
So do you plan on doing all the production, or?
And that's the thing. I'm
Okay.
glad. That's a great question. So my slogan with the whole T-shirt pressing is same day.
Got it.
So
Ooh,
I
that's
think
big.
so the largest order I've done same day was I pressed about 50 bags.
Okay.
50 bags for my man. And my homeboy, he just brought me a whole box of bags to press. So I just got to get into when I get into the groove, I put a podcast on, I get into the groove, I'm there.
Done.
I'm locked in.
Hey, you're going to take all the business because everybody wants everything quick, fast, in a hurry, same day,
Right.
yesterday.
Right.
And that's another reason why I'm still growing, because I'm not sure if I would ever be in that lane.
Right.
I don't like to rush.
Right.
You know, like you asked me, what's my song, Sharday? Like, just smooth, mellow. I'm chilling. I'm
Right.
going with the wave. If you take me too fast or, you know, move me too fast, like, I'm going to mess
Right.
up. So
Right.
I'm not in that lane to do the quick turnarounds.
For me at the point in time, I had when I got locked in, and this is when I started to see, I don't wear anything that ain't got my SVI logo on it. I don't wear nothing like
Oh,
that.
wow.
So everything is embroidered,
Yeah.
pressed,
Yeah.
embroidered. I just got this hat done yesterday.
It looks
right?
nice. Very
Thank
nice.
you. I just, I was tired of wearing other hats.
Okay.
So and then my hair, I need a haircut. So, and that line kind of,
Nice. What
You know
are you
what I'm saying?
selling those for?
I haven't quite figured out the wins and losses of it,
Okay.
because they were supposed to do a couple more for me. And my embroidery machine doesn't do hats.
Got it.
It can do clothes and stuff like that, but I'm trying to weigh it. It
Okay.
ain't gonna be too much.
Okay, all right.
But I just, just a little bit to maybe even, scratch that account a little bit. You know
Put
what
a
I'm
little
saying?
gas in your tank or something, all right? Golly, get something off of it.
So I am producing everything by myself.
That's good.
So
But eventually, like, what's the end game for the merch?
like I said, I would really like to start to generate SVI t-shirt sales.
Okay.
A podcast. Because I do the minimum of 4 a month. This month I might do 7.
Okay.
If I had, if that Cash App was ringing like that,
Right.
my logo is very simple, so it's not hard to it's not hard to do.
Right.
So I got vinyls for days at the house.
So it makes sense, right, for you to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. See, I'm glad you asked me that, and it triggers me to this. I never intended to press T-shirts.
Really?
I just wanted to press my T-shirts.
Correct.
If that makes sense.
Correct.
I never got a press because I wanted to make money pressing T-shirts.
Hey, same here.
You know what I'm saying?
Same here.
I never wanted to say, I never wanted to be like, you know what, I'm going to buy this and start a
Right.
small business like they do on
Right.
YouTube. My thing was, I've got a brand and I want to wear it as frequently as I want to wear it.
Got it.
And so I kidnapped the press and the cutting machine at work and left it in my room. And after I got done with work, I would cut 4 to 5 to 10 shirts, take them home, and set them aside and come back the next day and I'll do it on
Do you
lunch.
see what
or
these
something.
educators are doing?
No, don't do that. No, don't do that.
Okay.
And so what happened was when the program ended, because here's the thing, the kids don't understand right under their nose that they have gyms.
Yeah.
This started at the school. Had I not been an
Wow.
educator, I wouldn't have known none of this.
And it's so crazy, but you had it all around you.
I had it all around me
This whole time.
for at least 2 years. I've been at
Yeah.
Waltrip 7.
Yeah.
So I had it around me and it didn't click until it
Correct.
clicked.
Correct.
And then I took the machine, left it in a room, and I didn't take it home because Kizzy would kill me. I left it in a room, and
I'm glad you put that disclaimer out there.
yeah, man. Kizzy be on me about taking work supplies home. And so I left it in the room, and when they took it, because they were going to go to another school with the program, my whole world shifted. Because at this time, I'm making money selling visionary movement stuff.
Yeah.
I'm talking about so much money, I had to start writing down the orders because I was forgetting,
Wow.
right? And I'm talking about people selling tees or people wanting tees,
Yeah.
5, 6 of my T-shirts at a time.
Wow.
And I did that college tour in 2018. Yeah, 2018. So I had to make 25 tees so that we could go and be uniform.
Got it.
And my man came to me and was like, hey, I'm selling a cutter and a press for such and such.
In there.
I bought it. He let me, pay on it 2 times.
Okay.
I bought it.
You need to drop something for the friend.
And I bought it, and I had 2 machines at a time. So when I say I had small orders, I had 2 machines plugged up. When Kizzy went to work, turn it on,
Yeah.
start going. Have this one
Yeah.
over here. So,
Yeah.
so I'm going.
You're so robotic.
I'm going. Listen, I put on a good podcast, a good playlist. I'm locked in.
Wow. You
You
can
know.
zone out just like that. Yeah.
And quick
Wow.
with a ruler and all. Ruler, and I'm quick.
So you're saying I might need to hire you? Can we do some contract work?
Listen. Hey, listen. Right here, look. I got you. Whatever you need.
Yes.
We
Okay.
can talk about that whenever.
We need to partner.
Yeah, we can talk about that whenever.
Yeah,
Whenever.
we could do some contract work.
No doubt.
In the future.
So today is December the 17th,
Wow.
2020.
17 days already in December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got 14 days left.
Okay.
What do you hope to attain? What's your goal in the rest of the 14 days of the year?
Wow. To make money every day I wake up.
Okay.
To be thankful that I have breath in my body, that my child is healthy.
Oh man, that hits so hard.
Yeah.
That hits so hard, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about it in the last episode of the year. Oh, it just hit so hard, man.
Yeah.
God, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that, friend.
It just hits so hard, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the things that I look forward to every day, and just kind of growing, nurturing my craft, learning more, and just doing all of that allows me to be ready for whatever is going to come next.
Right.
Yeah. So I kind of just really live day for day. But I'm in position for whatever's coming.
Okay. 2 more things, and I'll get out your way. A young girl finds out about you
Okay.
on the internet, or even buys one of your shirts. Her mother buys one of your shirts, and she's like, "Who made that shirt?" And her mother tells her you did it.
Okay.
And she comes to you and asks you advice on how to start. Where are you going to tell her to start in creating T-shirts?
That's very good. This has happened to me over and over again. And I guess it depends on where they tell me they are at. And then that's where I meet them. So if they already have, the vision of them branding maybe a particular thing, then we talk about branding and where they can go to get material, how they can perfect the graphics that they have. So it just depends on where they are, and is where I meet them in conversation. If that makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah. So,
Because you're not going, you got to bring something to the table.
correct. No, I mean, I'll
No,
give you
not you,
right.
them.
No, I'll give them the blueprint, but everybody's not ready for everything that you're going to give them. How I just maybe talk to you about the different brands of T-shirt and quality all in that one little spiel. They're not, they may not come ready for just that right there at that time. So,
Right.
If they're saying, hey, what do I need to do to even start? Then I'm going to tell them, hey, let's hop on Amazon. Let's look at this. Let's start with a Cricut. Let's start with a silhouette or something like that. So I'm just meeting that person in conversation wherever they're ready to start.
Right.
They can maybe piggyback in the next week or two and say, hey, well, I got this started. What's next?
Right.
Yeah, so.
You know how to create graphics?
Yes and no.
Okay.
But-
I got the no
okay.
part. I got you. I got you.
Yes and
Because
no.
I don't either. But I
Okay.
got you.
Yes and no, but I am a resource, so I have different people that do. So I would maybe even put them in the door with those people who do it for me.
And then they just bring it over to you, and you just get it done.
For sure.
Got you. I got you.
Yeah, but if it's something simple, yeah, we can make it happen. But if
Right.
not, we leave that to the professionals.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. Oh, man, Sharday, most importantly, I don't want to go here because I feel that once I go here, I can't ask any more questions, right? The most importantly, the last question I'll ask is what's next. Hold on, but I'm not. I don't know if I'm missing anything, but I think I got enough because here's the thing. You're not. So prime example, Zen Ashe in episode 95 has a brand,
Okay.
and she would use you as you used this term earlier. You used the term earlier. You kind of the merchant for teas.
Okay.
So you would be like a local Teespring,
Correct.
right?
Print on demand.
On demand,
I'm the lady.
no doubt.
Yeah.
And so she is. So I kind of am a merger of both of y'all.
Okay.
Where I have my own brand and I make my own
Correct.
T-shirts, right? So I needed this episode again, like I said, because it's good to see what people are doing on the other side of things.
Okay.
Whereas you have and Houston Prestige is a company, but it's a brand as well, but you don't put it on T-shirts to rock like that. You just let it stand on loan, right? So people come here not necessarily for that tee, but a tee.
Correct.
Right. And so it was good to talk to you from that standpoint because it puts a lot of perspective into why it is that I'm not selling T-shirts like I want to sell T-shirts.
Really?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Because I feel like I haven't given you enough.
No, you well, listen. My dad used to say, or always says, that one word is enough for the wise. A word is enough for the wise. Whatever he used to say, it'll come to me when I'm not speaking about a podcast or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, I learned a lot.
Okay.
It's easy. I learned a lot, and I'll save that for when I'm closing. I'll tell you when we get off air. Right. Most importantly,
here we go.
No, I'm lying. Most importantly, the last question I'll ask is, what's next?
Been waiting on that question. I think I've already answered it.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of like a politician, right? Like
right.
how I know I'm horrible.
Right.
I don't know what's next.
And that's fair.
Yeah. But like I said, my thing is about being ready.
Right.
So whatever comes my way, I'm in position for it.
Right.
It's so many places to go, so many different things to do in terms of this T-shirt business.
Right.
From the wholesale aspect, who knows? I might get a big contract. One shirt may break the internet.
Right.
I don't know. Someone may want to put my merch in their stores. You know, these are all things that could be next.
Right.
Though I don't know, I'm ready for anything that comes my way.
Sharday, you did a phenomenal job on this podcast today. I want to let you know that.
Oh, don't you gas me up. 93, baby.
This is,
okay.
My man called this crowning day.
Okay.
I
get merch?
Yeah. And listen, my wife says, why don't you give out free merch? And I was thinking, I don't, but I kind of do.
Yeah.
People that come on the podcast get free merch.
Okay.
Okay, now listen, I want you to know that this black SVI T-shirt is an exclusive.
Really?
I don't sell this one.
Okay, why not?
Because I give it to when you wear this shirt,
okay,
I know that you were on the podcast.
It's significant.
So it's got the merch on the back, and it's the black SVI
Is
T-shirt.
it a small or me? Because it don't even look like it's small. Did you just give me anything?
No, you told me the size. I told you the shirt. Okay, but I can get you another one. No problem.
It looks good. I like the quality of it too.
Yeah. But we gonna talk.
Okay.
And here is the exclusive What's Next podcast T-shirt.
I get 2 shirts.
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta run my cash up out to you.
My cash app is $ John Ross Dyke. Dang, I said that so late in the episode.
This is nice.
Yeah, so that's these 2 are exclusives for the podcast for all the creators that come on.
Wow.
I'm
so honored.
No, I need you to know that listen, I do this, man. You know what I mean?
Yes, I'm honored.
This is a production company. I do this, man. And I was so grateful to listen to what you had to say. I'm so glad you gave me some time because I needed this episode.
Hey, and I needed this practice because I might have a future podcast coming up. You said what's next. Look out for me.
Yeah.
Sharday, Michale, IG.
You already know that. We produce podcasts too.
Okay, all right.
Listen, man. Oh, Houston, Texas. I hope you like my hat here, right? It's SVI hat, nice. Astros colors.
Nice. I did see that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nice.
Houston, Texas. This is Sharday Mays. Went to high school together. Episode 96.
Did you tell him my last name?
I do what I do for myself to prove that I can do it for others. Peace and blessings.
Yo, it feel like 95. Sachi on my body. Biggie, jigger, puffy. All that ballin' is a hobby. And I'm wildin' in my wallies. And them valleys, no Pilates. More weight, get you more wet. Nah, that's these Bumanti. My crystal ball, I see crystal. I crystal y'all with that. I saw the sign like Ace of Spades. That Ace of Spades get cracked me like cheers to the money guys. The Willie niggas. Buy them bottles, and then they spill these liquors. Yo, salute my dude. I see you, dog. 5 bottles, 1 dick. Why I need 2 bras? I know I'm out of line, but love is shower time. You know it rose rain when you cloud is 9. Get off that high ass hussy. This a private party. Been on my dick too long. Rep on private party. You gon' be nice and naughty. These walls on prices party. This the upper crust. Fuck us up. Overdose. Guess we did it again. Sipping with no remorse.